Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to swap your standard exhaust from a 2016 Triumph Speed Triple to a set of Arrow under seat exhausts. Now before we start, let's take a quick look at the standard exhaust. Nothing wrong with it. I think it's a fine exhaust. I think it sounds great. Let's try it. Nothing too much wrong with that, but the Arrow exhaust is a lovely looking exhaust. Saves a little bit of weight as well. I think I weighed the standard exhaust in at 3.25 kilos. The Arrow exhaust per silencer is 2.5 kilos, so a little bit of weight saving. The link pipe is the same weight, but it's slightly different on the end. That's why we've got to change it. It isn't tapered. So let's start taking this off. Now some of the bolts on this I've already changed, so they might come off quite easily. Seat off first. Now to take the seat off you need a 15mm Allen key. I use it on a drill, it makes life easier. Okay. Then you need to remove the bodywork, two little bits of bodywork. They'll come off with a T30 star bit. I don't know what the technical term for it is. Very easy, quite straightforward. These pull off nice and gently. They're slightly locked in with these grommet peg setup. Okay, right, now you need a 12mm spanner. I got these ratchet spanners. They make life a little bit easier. If you do want to use a socket to get these off, you're going to have to take these extra little bits of bodywork off. There's a couple of clips underneath as well, so be careful, don't just take these up and try to rip it off. But these ratchet spanners make life a little bit easier. They're quite loose, I've already taken them off in the past. There we go. And this side. This one's been off. Okay, now underneath as well you will have a couple of clamps. Might not be that easy to see now. Again, I've taken these off and they're only on finger tight, so I'll show you as I get them off. Okay, and then it's just a simple wiggle and pull, and off he comes. It's quite heavy, 3.25 kilos. You can feel a significant difference in the Arrow exhaust. Again, little pull, that's a little bit tighter. Okay, now 12mm. Taking this nut out here. Again, I've loosened it off already. Okay, now we're going to just take the link pipe, 10mm. Off it comes. You're going to need to use this on there. Doesn't come with one. Okay. Okay, one standard exhaust off. Okay. Let's start putting the aero system back on. Just before we start, let's have a look at how the bike looks without any exhaust on. I was debating between the double under seat exhausts and the single sided exhaust. I like them both. You compromise one thing for another should you get the single exhaust over the double exhaust. Now if you've got the single exhaust, you can see all the lovely all-in suspension, you've got a lovely space under here and it looks really, really nice. It's up to you, whatever you want. If I was to have one, I'd probably have the very short exhaust like the SC Projects exhaust. They're really nice. Some of the bigger ones cover all the tyre, cover all the single-sided swing arm, and you lose one thing for another. Entirely up to you, of course. Okay, let's get this on. Just slide it on gently. I'm just going to do this up very, very loosely, just. Okay, it's become quite apparent why I've done that up loosely. And let's just pop this screw in again. I'm not going to over tighten that one for a moment. Yes, nice and loose. Okay, now let's have a quick look at the silencers before we actually put them on. Now, when I bought the bike originally, this is the 2016 Speed Triple, I inquired with the dealer about putting the previous generation aero system on the bike. Purely because I realised that the 2016 Arrows that they sell you now have non-removable baffles, which of course I didn't want. I spoke to the dealer and he told me that the 2015 system and the 2016 system are completely different. Now those were the words he used, completely different. I wasn't taking that as an answer. It couldn't be completely different. The exhaust is the same, the chassis is the same, the engine is the same. Yes, they've had lots of changes, but essentially it's the same engine, it's the same chassis. It can't be completely different. So I opted to get hold of the previous generation system. It had to fit, and of course it does. The main difference is that there's non-removable baffles in the 2016 exhausts. Now some people on forums, if they had the newer exhausts, what they were doing is drilling out these rivets, which seems a lot of mess and work, to then grind out the complete weld that goes around the baffle to get them out. Easier just to buy the old system. To get the baffle out, what I've done is got a little pole, put a old screwdriver in it, and then all you need to do is hit it very hard. I'll hold on nice and firm, you don't want bits flying everywhere. That came out very easy, of course, because it's already been out. It took a lot of effort to get that out originally. I've seen online some people trying to get them out with the pliers, pulling them out with a bit of wire. The best of luck with that one, because that was really tough to get out. So there you are, your Arrow exhaust with the baffle removed. Okay, now we're going to just pop him on. Now another thing, it is a slip-on system. Okay, so you don't need anything to hold this together. Again, looking at forums, lots of people have complained that the silencer is wobbling around a lot. That's just due to bad fitment. I'll explain that in a second. Some have even said they've had it from the dealers and it's been wobbling around. It does wobble around a little bit, but it shouldn't be wobbling around a lot if fitted correctly. Just trying to line this up. Okay. Now these can be done all the way up. The only thing I've done to this exhaust, because of the Evotech tail tidy, when I put them on originally they were just touching, almost touching, and I popped them in the vise and I just give the bracket a little tweak. I'm talking a couple of millimeters now, nothing huge. You might be running a different tail tidy and you shouldn't get that problem, but you might need to give it a little bit of a bend. Okay, now we're going to get this one on nice and tight. Okay. Okay, and like I say, it is very, very close. Takes a little bit of a wiggle, and I'll show you why I sort of set the system up quite finger tight to start with. Now again, oops. Okay, now I did say it's a slip-on system. What I have seen, looking at other people's 2016 Arrow swap-overs, they've taken this bracket off and they put it on there. I don't like that. It looks really, really ugly, particularly if you've taken the rear foot hanger off, as I have. It doesn't look very attractive at all. You don't need it, okay? It's fine without. Okay, now to alleviate the flopping around exhaust, what we're going to do, like I say, I've done the clamp up originally quite loose. But you're going to get a stick, you're going to put it in by the downpipe, and you're going to put it against a bolt there. That's the bolt for the rear shock. Just try and get a socket on here, okay? And we're going to give it quite a lot of tension. Do it nice and tight. Don't want it moving around. Okay. Well, that's reasonably good. It does take a little bit of a line in there. It's not touching. There's a couple of mil either side. I don't want it splayed out particularly far. Movement, a little bit. That's fine. Once the exhaust heats up, you tend to find it kind of self-seals itself anyway. Let's just do this up. And that's it, I'm done. On, finished. Straightforward. Let's just get the bodywork back on. So again, you've got to put these lugs into these little grommets. It's quite straightforward, little push. And he's on. Next. On. Okay. Put all those screws back in. Okay. Seat. Seat cover. And we're done. Okay, I think all we need to do now is have a little listen. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked that. If you like, hit like. If you like to subscribe. I may be doing a long-term review on the Speed Triple. I've had it 18 months now, and I might take it out for a ride, do a bit of commentary, have a chat about the likes, dislikes and long-term ownership. Cheers for watching.